This past year, I guess this past summer, I thought I needed a truck to kind of affirm my masculinity a little bit. And so I wanted the bells and whistles, I wanted the nice truck. So we went to the Ford dealership and bought a nice big F-150. And she's normally the voice of reason, but she didn't step in this time because she didn't feel like she could talk me out of it. We've never had any financial issues. We don't have serious debt aside from our mortgage payment. My parents paid for my college. She had minimal college debt. So we were pretty much set up until we bought the truck. And even then, we weren't missing payments. We weren't late on anything. But the minute I bought it, I thought to myself, you made a dumb move. We were meeting with our life groups. We were talking about the core. And we were talking about actually living out the lifestyle that we're supposed to live according to the Bible. And I thought there's no way I can live it out if I'm spending all my money on one thing, on one truck. And I felt like the best thing to do from a biblical standpoint, from a Christian standpoint, is to do what God's telling me to do, to actually live it out. Not just think about it, not think, boy, I should really get rid of this truck, but to act upon it. And I think that's what we've been talking about for the past few weeks is stepping up to the plate and actually doing something, as opposed to showing up on a Sunday and just hanging out and leaving. But it was also at our life groups, talking with Paul. He's become one of my closest friends, and he just kind of made me realize what's more important.
Like he said, should we take the truck back? And I said, if something breaks in our house, we won't be able to fix it. We have no extra cash. So he took care of it right then, and there we were.
And it's probably been, aside from our wedding, the best move we've made. I can't tell you how happy I am that we got rid of it.
And there was an instant change. Even sitting at the dealership, and he was so much more happy.
Because for four or 5 months, God was saying, do something. And I knew he wanted me to get rid of it. Because I would walk past it in the garage and I would say, why am I driving this? I feel like such an idiot for buying this when it's not my money, it's God's money, and I just blew it. I really did, and I can't fathom paying that much money for 5 more years.
And I'm the one that actually ended up driving it to work. I practically needed a step ladder to get into it. But that was, yep.
It was hard for me to pull out of my pocket and say, I'm going to give this money to the church after it was something that I had earned. That I would say probably 2 years ago, or when we got married, when I started coming to Zion regularly, she had already been friends with Paul and Elise. And after I started coming, it just became easier and easier to give. And now that we have this money cleared up and only one vehicle, and it just makes it so much easier to give more.
This morning we were actually in the first service call, said, look at your offering, kind of saying, is that kind of challenging us? And this week we're actually able to increase our offering because of the extra money that we have.
I also had to jog home from church today because we have one vehicle, but it was great. I'm a jogger, so it's cool.